Jack Simm has taken his landlord to court, sued him, and won. Hey, what's up? My name's Samuel Leeds. In this video, I'm going to be addressing a very controversial court case that has just happened involving landlords and students. So if you are interested in becoming a landlord, or if you're just generally interested in the property law and what's going on in the news, I'm going to talk about this story. I'm going to explain exactly what happened, and I'm going to tell you why it's really important that you take note of this case, because it's the first of potentially many court cases like it. Now, this case has been picked up by BBC News, and of course, the media hate landlords. The media don't like the property investors, generally speaking. So, of course, everybody's saying, that's brilliant news, the landlord's been sued, isn't it excellent? But I really just wanted to share exactly what happened, and also from a landlord perspective, what we can learn from this, and give my 2 pennies. So if you enjoy my channel, please don't forget to smash the like button. Also subscribe. I'm going to be giving lots more updates around important news articles in property. And if you want to get the version that's going to help you as a property investor, as opposed to just sell stories and get clicks, then subscribe to this channel. So what happened is there's this guy called Jack Simm. Now, Jack Simm is a 19-year-old law student, has just sued his landlord, and the reason he sued his landlord is because the property didn't look like and didn't appear like the property that he actually signed up for. Now, when I first read this, and when I heard the response of all the other landlords, people generally speaking were quite annoyed with Jack Simm from the landlord property community, because effectively you've got this young kid, he's 19 years old, he's studying law, he moves into a property, he doesn't like the property, he says that it wasn't like the pictures were advertised, he said that it was busy, there was workmen all around everywhere, it was like a building site. He moved out, and then he took the landlord to court and he sued the landlord, and the landlord put in a counterclaim and said that he moved out after a month and he should have been there 6 months. So it goes to court, bang, Jack Simm wins. The landlord has to pay back the deposit, has to pay back the rent that he paid, and the landlord's counterclaim was thrown out by the courts. Now, generally speaking, I think the narrative from a landlord perception is, dude, if you don't like the place so much, just move out. However, I am actually, after thinking it through and after reading about the case, I am in favor of what Jack Simm, the student, did, and I actually agree with him, and let me explain why. The way that property is working these days, more and more tenants are doing viewings virtually, because with the way technology is now, video tours, computer-generated imagery, photographs, why would you, especially if you're moving into a property where you're moving for a long distance reason, you're relocating to the area, you might be coming from a different country, why would you come all the way and spend all that time on transport to look at a property when you can just look at it virtually? It's becoming more and more popular and convenient to reserve a property without actually looking at the property, because you just rely on the landlord or the marketer or the agent providing you with the video information. With that being said, it's very easy to mislead tenants and say, oh, it looks like this, and show something that's actually not quite right. And by the looks of it, when you actually read about what the property was like, it's been described as a building site. So it sounds like a noisy, terrible property. So to be honest, I can understand why Jack Simm wanted to move out. And not only has the landlord wasted Jack's time, but also cost him money, inconvenience. So I actually think I can understand why Jack said, look, I want my money back. Jack's not trying to sue him for a huge amount of money. He just wants his money back, he wants his deposit back. And I think that the landlord should have given it back. I think that the landlord should have apologized and said, I'm really sorry the house has not been anything like advertised. And because the landlord didn't do that, Jack Simm knows the law because he's a law student, understands basic contractual law, and says, actually, you know what? You missold me, and the property's not like it was advertised, and I want my money back. And legally, I can ask for that. So I actually think that Jack deserved to win the case, and I think it should be a shake-up to landlords. If you're a property owner, you don't have anything to worry about as long as you just don't mislead your tenants. Just make sure that what you advertise is what you deliver. I really believe in business that you should under-promise and over-deliver, and I think that's the same in properties as well. You know, you want to add extra surprises, make sure your properties are amazing, and then you're going to have good tenants, you're going to have long-standing tenants, and you're not going to have court cases. So it's a very interesting case. I think there's lessons all round. I'd love to know what your opinion is though. Do you think that the landlord was hard done to? Do you agree with me? Do you think that actually Jack was right? Let me know your comments below. I'm going to be talking about some of the latest news updates as well, coming up in the property news and giving my thoughts on it. And it's really important as well because a lot of the news stories, they're just trying to sell stories, they bash landlords, but here you'll get the perspective from the landlord that's actually going to help you in property and keep you informed. So let me know your thoughts, comment below, and don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. See you next time.